The NBA playoffs start tomorrow, and one of LeBron's marketing people has made a terrible mistake because here he is on PTI. Welcome, LeBron. Let's start with this. You have taken some flack lately for sitting out the final games of the season while healthy. What is your response to that?
I'm pretty don't have a response to it. You know, we did a good job all year of trying to lock up the #1 seed, lock up home court advantage, and we was blessed on doing that early, and guys got an opportunity to get some rest.
Did you feel it was really the right way to go when you saw Brandon Roy get hurt? Any of those late injuries, Boozer, Brandon Roy, affect how you felt about it?
Well, absolutely. I mean, you see guys like Boga go down. I was actually playing in the game when Chris Bosh went out for the rest of the season. And, you just want to try to be as proactive as possible. You can't control injuries. There's things that's going to happen. But when you can try to control them as much as possible by just, working out. And if you got everything in place like we did, we was able to lock up everything. And, me not playing was the best chance of me not being injured. And some of the other guys also who sat out.
NBA playoffs start tomorrow. Of course, the NHL playoffs have just started. We did a story yesterday, LeBron, where one of the Capitals, and they had the best record in the regular season in the NHL, said it would be a complete failure because they're the best team if they don't win. You guys are the best team. You're going to be the MVP. Do you think this season would be a failure if you guys don't win at all?
Well, our goal is to win an NBA championship, and that's the only reason that we prepared ourselves this way, and that's the only reason we're here to play in the playoffs is to win an NBA championship. So I never look at a full season as a complete failure because guys continue to get better every year. You get a lot more experience, but it could be a disappointment because that's our only goal. Our short-term goal is to get better each game, get better each day, and don't take games for granted. But at the same time, we want to win an NBA championship, and that's the only reason that we prepared ourselves this way.
You've got the Bulls in the first round. Regardless of what Wilbon will tell you now, he wants the Bulls to win.
Stop.
He is a Bulls fan. He wants the Bulls to win.
LeBron knows that already.
Joakim Noah annoys you, doesn't he?
No, he doesn't. Joakim Noah doesn't annoy me. He's an energy guy, on and off the court. But he does a great job for that team. He does a great job for that team, and we're looking forward to the challenge.
You're getting Shaq back. And we haven't seen Shaq on the court for a while, so I guess it's a two-part question. How long is it going to take for you guys to really incorporate Shaq back in the lineup? And is it possible? I know Shaq's going to kill me for this, but is it possible you guys are better against some teams with him not in there?
Well, I think to answer your first question, Mike, Shaq is getting thrown right into the fire just like everybody else. He's been out for 8 weeks, but he's getting started. He's going to be the starting center for us tomorrow, and we expect for him to play dominant. He's been out a while, but at the same time, it's not like, he can lose his ball handling or he's going to lose his three-point shooting or his touch or anything like that. He does a lot of work inside the paint, so it's like riding a bike. You never forget how to do that. To answer your second question, I don't think we're a better team without him. I think it's certain teams and it's certain styles that we can play because we have multiple places and multiple players where we can go small, we can go big, we can have Shaq in there with bigger guys. And if guys are really fast and it's a mismatch, we feel, then we can bring guys in. But we are not a better team against certain teams without Shaq. We would love to be have him in the lineup no matter who we're playing.
LeBron, I've said on this show that I think that there's a fundamental flaw with Cleveland, and it is this, that for all the other good players that your team has, when Cleveland needs a basket, it seems to me they go to you all the time, and maybe they stand around and watch you and expect you to make that basket. Do you see that as a team flaw?
No, I think our #1 team flaw is free throw shooting. And that's something that we have to clean up because we are, I'm one of the most attacking guys in our league. Shaq is an attacking guy. Antoine Jameson gets to the rim, and we have to step up and make our free throws. That's the #1 flaw. I think it's a good point sometimes what you made, Tony, but at the same time, it's kind of the gift and the curse because I do make so many plays down the stretch. Our team look for me to make plays, but it's not always me making a play to score. It's me having the option of doing what's best for the team, and that's either scoring or giving it up to someone else.
One of those guys you can give it up to now joins you after the break, and that's Anton Jameson. You guys had some pretty spirited playoff games against one another when he was with the Wizards, of course.
Yeah.
Now that you've got Anton, did you think you'd be getting a guy from the Wizards who could help you as much as he has helped you so far?
No. Nobody from Cleveland, the fans, nobody ever thought we would even think about adding a guy from the Wizards. But Antoine Jameson is great, man. What he's brought to this team, another dimension to our team, which we haven't had in a while. A guy that can space the floor, can shoot the three ball, but could also post up. So he definitely helps us because we're a team that we need space. Guys need space. Shaq needs space. I need space. And guys like Antoine Jameson, Mo Williams, Anthony Parker, and so on, creates that space for guys like us.
We know you do not want to talk about free agency on the eve of the playoffs opening, but Dwayne Wade said the other day, and this is sort of a tangential point, he said the other day he's looking forward to being wooed. Do you have that need? Being recruited, being wooed?
I mean, for me, I'm not. I mean, right now, my main focus is on this playoffs. I think what's going to happen in the offseason is going to be, it's pretty big for a lot of franchises, a lot of players. But right now, I'm so sold on, what tomorrow brings because I've been looking forward to this day since Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
All right, I mean, I can't not ask this question, and I'll try and phrase it in an artful way. I think you're leaving. Wilbon thinks you're staying. Which one of us is the bigger dope?
Well, I think the one thing you guys got both right, okay? So, Tony, you think I'm leaving, and Mike thinks I'm staying, so you both got the think part right. So, I think, you think, we all think. So, you got the think part right.
We think, therefore we are. Thank you so much for joining us,
Thanks, LeBron. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Tony. Thanks, Mike.
We're taking a break. When we come back, Ted Ginn Jr. gets shipped out west.
And what's the word for these